Hi, I'm Crystal, and this is my channel, Knowledge is Power. So, today I want to discuss putting yourself in harm's way. When I was a young girl, I was very, very naive. Um, I used to like to hang out with guys. Um, I didn't think anything of it. I didn't really realize like the danger I was putting myself in by hanging out with a lot of dudes. And so I remember one time, um, me and a group of friends, it was all dudes, and I think it was like 10 guys I was with. And we wanted to find someone to smoke. I used to smoke weed at the time. And so, anyway, um, we went into an apartment building. We went into the laundry room, and one of the guys decided to cut off the lights. And I'm sitting there in the dark with all these dudes, and I'm thinking, like, Lord, please get me out of here. They could rape me and hurt me, and I'm down here and I'm defenseless because I'm with all dudes. And so that was one of many instances. Um, and I remember another time, at that time I was like 15, 16. I think I was 16. Yeah, I was 16 at that time. So a few years later, um, I was working for a company, and some of the older workers there was warning me that it was a dude there that they thought was a killer. And they said he was from Mississippi, and that he was a convicted felon, and that to stay away from him, if I remember correctly. And I didn't think nothing of it. I thought it was a lie. I didn't believe him. And so this guy, he asked me for a ride home. And I said, sure. I'm just thinking I'm coming up on a couple dollars, and you know, he gonna smoke with me because like I said, at that time I was smoking weed. And so we get to his house the first time, nothing happens. But the second time I go to drop him off, I go in, just like I did the time previously, and he locks the door while we're sitting there chilling. So now I'm looking crazy, like, okay, what's going on? What is this man about to do to me? And so, just like the time before, I was praying, like, Lord, please get me out of this. If I get out of this, I won't do it again. And, which I didn't do that particular thing again. And he did unlock the door, and I just knew it was God's grace. I look at a lot of videos where women are murdered or missing, never found, and I know that I could have been one of those women. It's been times where, I thought a dude was just very friendly, saying he'll take me home, and saying he wanted to hang out, and by me kind of being used to hanging out with dudes. Well, I can't say kind of. I was used to hanging out with dudes as well as females. You know, I didn't think none of it. And then we get alone, and he starts telling me how he wants me, and then next thing I know, he's trying to take my goods. So I went through this time and time again, and I didn't understand that you can't allow yourself to be alone with men you don't know. Um, when you're even just dating someone, you have to get to know that person before you decide to allow them to be in your home, or you go to their house, or be in your circle, because essentially we are not as strong as men. So you're almost rendering yourself helpless in most instances. And it took for me to keep going through this same thing over and over again, and me not realizing like every dude is not going to tell you that he's interested. He might just pretend to be the friend until he gets you by yourself, and then next thing you know, he's raping you. Um, everyone is just not going to show you their cards. And a lot of dudes, they'll play the friend role just to get you by yourself. And, I just want to tell women, like, don't be deceived. Don't let that trick you to make you feel comfortable and let your guard down. Um, if it wasn't for God's grace, I wouldn't be here. I know He protected me. Um, and I took for granted that, He would keep doing it. Um, because I felt like He chose me. But, you know, you can't be haughty. You have to humble yourself. He say He give grace to the humble, but He resists the proud. So who are you to think like, oh, I'm chosen, God's gonna protect me, I have a calling on my life? That's not always the case. It's many of people who are gone because they had that kind of attitude and they just knew that they would see tomorrow. So I pray that whoever needs to hear this message, that they receive it. I pray that it's planted in good ground, and that I pray that God opens your eyes to what I'm saying. Um, just give, just when you meet someone, don't be in a quick rush to have them over. Even if it's someone you think you're going to date. It's a lot of women who are dating men who, they rape them, they kill them. And your family may not never know what happened. So, you know, keep that in mind. Um, when you're dating, just take your time. Don't rush. Don't be quick to be alone. Take the chance to get to know people.